welcome back to KJ's Read Aloud. Today we're going to be reading another book, Silly Sally. And before we get inside the book, we're going to be talking about a Letterland character, Sammy Snake. He's a snake. So we have some words, so let's read the words. We have Sally, Silly, Sammy, and Snake. So let's get into the book. Silly Sally went to town walking backwards upside down. Look, she's walking backwards. On the way, she met a pig, a silly pig. They dance and jig. Look at them dancing. The pig is messy and Sally just having fun. Silly Sally went to town dancing, walking backwards upside down. On the way, she met a dog, a silly dog. They played leapfrog. Look at them. It looks like they're having a lot of fun. Silly Sally went to town leaping backwards upside down. Look at them. On the way, she met a loon, a silly loon. They sing and tune. Look at them singing. Silly Sally went to town singing backwards upside down. Look at them. They're singing. On the way, she met a sheep, a silly sheep. They fell asleep. Oh no, they fell asleep. How did Sally get to town sleeping backwards upside down? Look at them, they're sleeping up in a pile. Along came Nick Buttercup walking for right side up. He tickled the pig who danced and jigged. He tickled the dog who played leapfrog. He tickled the loon who sang a tune. He tickled the sheep who fell asleep. He tickled Sally who woke right up. She tickled Nick Buttercup. And that's how Sally got to town. Backwards walking upside down. I hope y'all enjoyed the story that I read for y'all today. Come next time. Bye.
Hi, boys and girls, and welcome to lesson time. Did you enjoy today's story with KJ? I hope that you did. Do you remember the Letterland character that KJ talked about today? KJ, what Letterland character did you talk about today?
Sammy Snake.
Sammy Snake. And Sammy Snake says what in words? Sammy Snake says s in words. Can you say s? Good job, friends. Sammy Snake loves to fall asleep a whole lot in words. And you know, Sammy Snake has his own special song. KJ, can we sing it for them?
Yep.
Sammy Snake says in words, in words, in words. Sammy Snake says in words. He hisses all around. Can you help us sing the song? Let's sing it one more time, KJ, okay?
Okay.
Sammy Snake says in words, in words, in words. Sammy Snake says in words. He hisses all around. Good job, friends. Now, KJ went over some words that starts with Sammy Snake sound. Can you remember one of the words that KJ talked about
Do
today?
you remember one, Mrs. C?
I think I do, KJ. She mentioned the word Sammy. Sammy. Can you say Sammy? Good job, friends. Sammy has syllables in his word. I wonder how many syllables does the word Sammy have in it? Can we clap it out?
Of course.
Come on, let's clap it out. Sammy. You try. Sammy. How many syllables does the word Sammy have in it? Sammy. How many syllables, KJ?
2.
Sammy has 2 syllables. Good job, friends. What was another word that KJ mentioned? Silly. Silly starts with the Sammy Snake sound. Let's clap out the word silly. Here we go. Silly. You try. Silly. How many syllables did you hear? Silly. How many syllables, KJ?
2.
2 syllables in the word silly. Good job, friends. There's another word that KJ mentioned. Sally. Can you say Sally? Sally. Good job, friends. Let's clap out the word Sally. Sally. You try. Sally. How many syllables did you hear, KJ?
I think I heard 2.
You think you heard 2? Did you hear 2, boys and girls? Let's see. Sally. I heard 2 syllables too. Good job, friends. And there was one more word that KJ mentioned.
I don't like this animal at all.
KJ mentioned the word snake. Can you say the word snake? Good job, friends. I wonder how many syllables snake has in it. Let's clap it out. Snake. You try. Snake. This one is tricky. How many syllables does snake have in it, KJ?
1.
Good job! Snake has 1 syllable in it. Good job, friends. You did a good job doing Sammy Snake sound. What was that sound again, KJ? And Sammy Snake does what in words a whole lot?
He falls asleep.
He falls asleep in words. So in today's story, what was the name of today's story, friends? Do you remember?
I do.
You do? KJ read the story, Silly Sally. That's right. Was Sally very silly in this story? So, what do you see on the front cover of Silly Sally? What is she doing?
She's walking backwards.
Is that what she did throughout the whole story?
No.
She did. She walked backwards throughout the whole story.
I thought she did more things.
She did a whole lot more things, but the main thing that she did was walk backwards.
I can do that.
So, in the story, did she meet some people along the way, or did she meet some things along the way?
Yeah.
What was one of the first things that she met?
She met a pig.
She met a pig. And what was the pig doing?
He was playing inside mud, but he danced and jigged.
He danced a jig. Can you dance a jig, boys and girls? So Silly Sally danced a jig by walking what?
Backwards.
She was walking backwards while dancing a jig, right? So who was the next person that she met? Do you remember?
Yes, I remember.
She met a
dog.
dog. Look at the dog. And the book says it was a silly dog. And what game did Silly Sally and the dog play?
I remember.
What game, KJ?
Leap the frog.
Leapfrog. Can you play leapfrog? Can you jump over one person? You can't do that?
I don't even know. I haven't heard of that game.
Mrs. C can't do it either. Let's see. Who else did she meet along the way, KJ? Do you remember? Do you remember who she met along the way? Let you think.
She met a loon.
A loon. And a loon is a type of what?
Duck.
Duck. And where do ducks live?
In the pond?
In the pond. That's right. So she was walking backwards, and her and the duck did what? Do you remember? They sang a tune. La 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 la. Can you say la 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 la?
La 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 la.
Good job singing, friends. And she was still walking backwards, upside down. And where was she going?
She was going to town.
She was going to town. Very good, friends. Now, what happened to Silly Sally? Do you think she got tired?
Yes.
She got tired. So what did she end up doing?
She went home.
She fell asleep while she was walking backwards. Do you think you could fall asleep while you were walking backwards? Do you?
Yes.
You can fall asleep while walking backwards. Don't you think that's a little dangerous?
I just
It's a little
hurt my
dangerous.
legs.
So there was somebody that came along that saw them sleeping who wanted to help. Do you remember who it was?
I don't know.
Look at him. His name was called Nettie Buttercup. Nettie Buttercup looks like he's dressed like what? He's dressed like a flower. There's a flower called a buttercup, and it's a yellow flower, right? Right. So he sees all of the animals sleeping what?
Sleeping backwards.
They were sleeping upside down on top of Silly Sally. So what did Nettie Buttercup do? He did what first? He tickled the... Who is that?
A pig, and then all of a sudden he tickled a dog.
He tickled the pig. Then he tickled the dog. Do you remember who was next? Do you remember?
Yeah, he tickled
He tickled the loon.
and he tickled the sheep.
He tickled the sheep.
Tickle.
Do you think they woke up?
Yeah.
They woke up. And what about Silly Sally? Did she wake up too?
Yeah, she woke up and then they went to town.
But they kept walking which way to town?
I can never
Backwards.
walk backwards. shorts because that'll make your legs hurt really bad.
So do you think people picked at Silly Sally because she was so silly, or do you think they were used to her being silly? They were used to her being silly, and that's okay. Sometimes it's good to be silly, right, KJ?
Yeah.
We love to be silly. It makes our day even better, right?
Yep.
Right. Boys and girls, this is the end of lesson time for KJ's Read Aloud. We had fun with you today. We hope that you had fun with us. And we can't wait to come back next Friday for what, KJ?
Another read aloud.
Another Read Aloud. But until then, keep reading, friends. And we'll see you the next time. Bye.